Partner of several years leaving me unless I agree to have children one day. I have never wanted to have kids, and we were on the same page until recently, when I found out he has been secretly hoping to change my mind. I know that this is a deal breaker, but now I'm questioning myself and my choice to be CF. I'm scared I will never find a man that is okay with not having kids and I will spend my life alone. I'm trying to reach out to women in my life for support, but not a single one doesn't have kids or doesn't want kids. Edit. Thank you all so much for the support, it's nice to know I'm not alone. Seems like I've hit that age where being CF or not is a common deal breaker. I know what I want, and F him for making me question myself. Comments. Why would you stay with someone who uses emotional blackmail to try to make you do what they want? This person has not been listening or communicating honestly for years and does not respect you. You told them you are CF and they decided that you don't really mean it. Now that they have discovered you are serious and do indeed know what you want, they are trying to threaten and manipulate you. That isn't the behavior of a partner or someone who loves you. You as you are and not the projection of you they created in their head. Worst case scenario, you don't end up in a lifelong relationship. But is that worse than compromising yourself and living a life you hate? And as the female partner you bear most of the risk and will probably have to do most of the work and make most of the compromises. Okay, otherwise maybe you have periods of being alone but you can live in a way that is true and fulfilling for you. Not ever having a long-term relationships really does terrify me. I have always wanted to share my life with someone, which is part of why I don't want kids because I want to be able to always give 100% of me to myself and my partner only. But I would take a life of loneliness over rising hurting a child because I didn't want it, nor do I think I will ever have the resources, health, or knowledge to truly raise a kid well. I took care of a child for 4 days in return instead of thanks. I was told I gave the child rabies. So the neighbors who live next to me has an 8-month boy baby and an 8-year-old girl, SM. So the 8-month baby had severe fever and went still the father was panicking and I could hear it and I went to check, dropped my work and went with them to the hospital. Was babysitting their daughter. As much as I hate kids have to be a so-called good neighbor. I was told by the father can I take care of their daughter as they need to attend the baby boy at the hospital. I reluctantly agreed. I was not at all comfortable. So I have adopted 3 sweet, innocent rescued cats. People especially kids think animals, cats are stuffed toys that can move. BTW this SM used to come to our house and play with my cats since she was 3 years old. I used to always tell them there is a way to approach cats. Cats are peace-loving creatures, you approach them softly and don't expect them to love you back instantly. SM as usually was petting with my cats and as expected since she was loud my cat scratched her. BTW cat scratching doesn't hurt as much as big deal people make. My or any cats don't scratch if you are soft and polite when you approach them. So day after day I took care of this girl, had to juggle my work, meetings, go with her to the park and play, being a so-called good neighbor. This crap SM used to wake me up, force me to play and it was a nightmare. 4 days happened, the family comes and take their daughter back, phew, the nightmare is over. I always used to think, why leave with us, don't they have relatives for fudge sakes? Anyways, she had a small scab from the cat scratch. The father comes and tell me your cats gave my child rabies. I explained him that's not how rabies works, if a human gets rabies they would have been dead. My cats are indoor, yearly vaccinated and neutered. They scratch when a human comes to close and they are not comfortable, but those scratches are harmless. Next thing you know he trains his kid not to come to my place because my cats would give rabies. I am so vivid, seriously, I took care of your kid, made sacrifice to my schedule and comfort only to hear this rubbish. I would rather take care of an aggressive feral special needs cat than ever take care of a human kid. Geez, that was horrible. I got bingoed at the doctor office. I went to the doctor office the other day for a sore throat. I had to see a physician's assistant, NBD. I have seen her before and she's always been super nice. She asked me the date of my last cycle and I looked at my notes app and I said, May 6th. She immediately jumps to, are you pregnant? Which I was like, God, I hope not. I realized then I had forgotten to put in my last one. I don't use an app, just the notes on my phone. So it was actually on time, phew. She did a throat swab and I came back positive for strep. So she wants to give me an antibiotic, but she kept pressing, are you sure you're not pregnant? And I did a search on my texts and found the date of my last one because I had to let my fiancé know, no fun for the week lol. PA, are you sure you're not pregnant? Me, I better not be. PA, but why not? Me, because I am 44, I do not want children and I am on my second copper IUD to make sure I don't have one. PA, but what will you do if God blesses you with a beautiful baby? Me, the day I find out I am pregnant, I'm going on a road trip with my fiancé or my BFF, whoever can take off work. I'm in Gaza where they have made termination very restrictive. So I got my antibiotic and now I need to find a new doctor office. Comments. I have a Twitter exchange saved to my phone where someone said, "You may not have planned that pregnancy but God did," to which someone replied, "If God planned it then he can have full custody." A tough conversation with my partner. I have always been on the position that I don't want children, F26, and that will never change. After a serious SA and an abusive relationship years ago, I became pregnant and couldn't go through with a termination, mainly due to being terrified of the medical procedure. Luckily for me, I actually miscarried, but the entire series of events has left me with PTSD and it's horrible to live with. This experience reinforced my "I never want to have kids" attitude and I am now 100% certain I wish to be CF. I have a career, I have a fulfilled life and I just do not feel mentally stable enough to ever have a child. I am in a long-term relationship which I have now been in for 5 years. I have started talking to my partner, M30, about getting off birth control and one of us being sterilized. Despite us having lots of conversations about not wanting kids, he hit me with, "Well, I'm not as certain as you so I don't want to get sterilized yet." For me, not having children is an absolute deal breaker. He wants to wait until we get married, but hasn't proposed yet. I feel hopeless and miserable on contraception. I've tried every single kind and they're all horrible. Should I just bite the bullet and get the procedure myself? Help. Comment, you should get the BizAlp for yourself, because it also lowers your risk of ovarian cancer. And because of your history. Everyone has surgery anxiety, it's hardwired into humans. So it's just something you have to get through. The great thing is though, because doctors know this, they have this great stuff called medication that they give people to get through the normal anxiety. Just tell your doctors and nurses that you have anxiety, they will med you up and you won't give AF after that. This is just basic adult stuff. You're just a standard issue human like everyone else. This isn't something that should be stopping you from doing what is best for your health, sanity and future. The procedure is short, less than an hour, and you will go home a few hours after. You will spend more time on the effing paperwork than on the procedure. Yay paperwork. And in addition to yeeting your tubes, yeet this dude. He most likely is not CF and is just lying to you assuming you will change your mind. Odds are he cannot pass the screening process on multiple fronts. The commenter shares a link to the screening process for help. Odds are though, once you book your sterilization the truth will come out. So just book it. You can do this. Reply from OP. Thanks for this, I feel like this is the kind of encouragement I need. I don't think he is waiting for me to change my mind as much as he worries that we'll separate one day and his next partner may want children, or at least that's the vibe I get. My doctor seems to be behind me on this one, so you're right, I should just go through with it. Share your story in the comments, I would love to add them to a video.